Steven Todd, Progressive Labour Party candidate for constituency number 30. Stephen, I'm pleased to say, brings over 30 years' experience of banking and international business to the table. We all know Stephen from his role previously with the Chamber of Commerce, so he's intimately involved in what it takes to make Bermuda tick and make businesses tick. But it goes beyond that, because any of you who've met Stephen while canvassing knows that he is a very intimate listener. And tied in with an ability to listen is his community spirit. Because only when you listen can you actually respond to the community concerns. But you know that better than I do, because you live in 30. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce your next Member of Parliament for constituency number 30, Steven Todd.
Thank you, Senator Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not necessarily sure that I even need a microphone. I believe my voice actually projects quite well. First of all, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out this evening. It's a real honor and a pleasure to have been passed the baton by Minister De Silva when I was announced as a Progressive Labour Party candidate last November. It was a responsibility that I was very pleased to accept, and I was very, very honored to be ruled out, as the term is, but to be announced. I prefer the term announced as a candidate for the Progressive Labour Party. I was asked to stand and to represent the constituents and the residents of constituency 30. And I can tell you, in my canvassing from last November to date, I've had the opportunity and the pleasure to meet, I would think, the vast majority of you, but I don't believe I've met each and every one of you as yet. And the intent is not to simply make this an exercise to where it's hello, yes, this is who I am, this is what I plan to do. I want you to not judge me by my words, but by my deeds. It's important that we recognize that in order for us to stand strong for Bermudians, we all need to stand together as one and to recognize that we each have a part to play in the future prosperity of our country. And we can only do that. Thank you. We can only do that as like-minded individuals who don't think in terms of our individual expectations of what's best for our country, our seniors, our young people, our residents, and those that will follow us in the years to come. It is so important we do that. Now let me just turn my attention for just a couple of minutes to some of the parochial issues that have arisen in the short time. And I say a short time because 11, 12 months is not a long time. It may be in a political life cycle, but I can tell you, I don't consider it to be long. When I approached my canvassing in this constituency, it was with the expectation of understanding the needs and the desires, the interests and the concerns of each and every individual within this constituency, irrespective of their political persuasion. I say that because as I was introduced as a keen listener. I think it's important that you not only listen, you understand, you take in, and then you determine how best you can assist and address those issues and concerns that are raised. Strong listeners are also very effective individuals in their own right. I've already said that I wish to be judged by not my words, but by my deeds. In just the last several months that I've been canvassing, I've heard several things that have been raised. Street lighting is a concern. Crime is a concern. Safety for our young people and for our seniors. Looking at the demographics within the constituency itself, we've seen issues that have been raised time and time again, and I will tell you that if you look at the track record of the Progressive Labour Party government in the last 14 years, what has been accomplished is no small and mean feat. And that's primarily because we have a team in the Progressive Labour Party that is focused on achieving and bringing to the table all of those things that you, as individuals, and collectively, as a country, are interested in seeing us do. Yes, we may not have always been successful. We may not always have gotten it right. But I can tell you, just as we go through everyday life, we all make mistakes. And if we can learn from those mistakes and improve on the future, you will continue to see this government go from strength to strength. And I'm very pleased to be part of the team that wishes to move forward and to take Bermuda forward and to stand strong for Bermudians. So those parochial issues that you've raised with street lighting, crime, education, the budget, those are things that are first and foremost in everyone's mind, but I can tell you that as part of this team that is looking to the future and looking to put Bermuda back on the road to prosperity, those things will come in time. No, I don't have a crystal ball to where I can tell you how long that particular timeline is, but I can tell you that our Premier and each of the ministers and each of us who are members of the Progressive Labour Party are focused on doing our utmost to ensure that Bermuda continues to move forward in the direction that you expect us to move in. And we will do that with your commitment and your cooperation and your support. And I can tell you that I am committed to ensuring that not just the interests of the people and the residents of Constituency 30 are met, but for our entire country. Everyone who calls Bermuda home needs to recognize that they've got a part to play in our future. And I'm here to do that with your support. Thank you very much.